mindset, that we would be dead to those things that he has already freed us from, that there would be death of the sin in our lives. How many people know what I'm saying? Man, when we went to missions, we connected with Live Dead. Live Dead is a missions organization that's focused on reaching the unreached people groups, specifically within the Muslim world. But the idea is to go and to plant church so that others can know about the love of Jesus Christ. But here's the thing, that why it's called Live Dead. Because those of us in the Western world, not just in America, in Canada, and in all of the Americas, South America, and other places, even in Asia, those of us in the Western world, we have to die to ourselves to go to a place that's hostile to your faith. And you have to do that because you have to pre-decide, what am I going to do with this confrontation that's coming? Because guess what? They're not Christian because they believe something else. And they don't like that you believe that. They've proven it. Even this week, we're in Egypt. A Christian believer was executed by ISIS because of his belief. And they pulled his teeth out one by one, and he still wouldn't deny Christ. And he went to the grave, executed live on video, still believing in Christ, because the hope of Christ is greater than anything anyone can inflict on you here. And guess what? That's the power. That's the thing you have to be willing to say, is that, no, I'm dead to my rights. I'm dead to this other thing. And I should do, I'm dead to that. I want this person to know Christ. I'm dead to this. I'm dead to that. I have to be dead so that others can know Christ. Man, you know, Cairo looks like this. You got that next image? Cairo looks like this. It's a crazy place. 25 million people on top of each other in a vertical village. And it's literally people everywhere. And right now is Ramadan. It's a time of a holy month for them, of fasting. It's an idea and a time where they are seeking to know God. They're trying their best. According to what they understand, they're supposed to fast from sun up, sundown, no water, no food, nothing like that. And then at the end of the day, they break that meal and they come and they pray and they do these things. And during this month, it's supposed to be a time where they're trying to earn a closeness with God. That's from their perspective. And we were there, and here's the thing. How many people know that in a desert environment, in the summertime during Ramadan, when you can't drink anything, you might get a little upset? Upset? Anybody? Anybody, like whenever you haven't had a coffee or anything, little upset? You? We live in the desert. Does that ever happen to you? You just needed a water? Really, you needed a water. But instead you're just super grumpy and you wanted to take everyone's head off? You can imagine, and then like put lots and lots of millions more people on top of each other and make it hotter. And then they're like, how you doing? Everyone's like, ah! And you're like, oh, okay, here we go. Coming in hot. A friend of mine, Dick, he flew back into town, and he WhatsApped me. He said, hey, Jay, I'm here. Let's grab tea. And so we walked down through the thing, and we're walking through the city. And it was after sundown, so people had already broken the fast, and people kind of chill out because they got a drink, and they've had some food, and everything starts to be nice again. And we're down through this area where you can't drive a car. You would just have to walk through there meandering. We flip over these buckets, and we sit on these 5-gallon buckets and have tea at this local shop. And he said to me, Jay, I know you're going to pastor a church here. I said, yeah, that's, the Lord's been speaking to Celeste and I about it. This is before we went to Alex. And he said, someone who has the work of God in their life has to remain calm and in the peace of God in the middle of all this craziness. You have to pre-decide to forgive them. So whenever they come against you and they don't like you because you're the skin color you are, they don't like you because you're the religion you are, they don't like you because of the country you come from, you've pre-forgiven them and you can walk in the peace of God. And because you respond differently than everybody else around them, they will see that you are a man of God. And they will treat you like a man of God. Because they experience that you have something that they clearly don't have. And you can stay full of the Spirit of God and the peace of God in the middle of all that mess. I felt very inadequate to his challenge because I'm one of those people that's like a fight, not flight person. Anybody? Anybody? None of you? You all flight. Good for you. Just me. So there's a person, they want to say something against this, and they hate America. I love America. So they're like, I hate America. I'm like, wrong guy. They're like, I don't like you. I don't like the blah, blah, blah. And I just get mad. Celeste is very calm. I'm like, mad, angry. And Dick was having a challenge. He's like, no, peace of God. Peace of God. Man, I was so challenged. I felt so inadequate. It's continually and was and still is a prayer for myself daily, Lord, that I would be the peace of God, that the peace of God reside with me and through me and in me, and that by your Spirit would go in front of me so that those I encounter would know the love of Christ.